Hello guys, what is up? We're back for another video. So today I am going to be showing you how to download Pokemon games. Or not download, randomize Pokemon games. From generations 1 through 5. From red to black and white too. Red, blue, yellow, green, purple, all those colors. But no. But yeah, the first generation to the fifth, sixth and seventh and eighth, those are on the 3DS and the Switch. So I don't know how to do that, and those are really complicated. And I think you need like a hacked Switch or like this weird SD card for your um for your 3DS. And we are not about to, you know, spend all that money for that, and I don't know how to do those, so I would not make a good tutorial. But I do know how to do these. 1 through 5, the Game Boy DS. So what you need is an electronic device to play it on. I don't think you can play it on your actual Game Boy or actual DS. So you'll need like a phone, Android, iPhone, Linux, or like a computer, Linux, Windows, Mac. But yeah, and then you will need your Pokemon ROM, which is like a little file. It's like the Pokemon game, and the emulator, and that's going to serve as your DS, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy Color. So yeah, and then you will need the universal randomizer. So how I found mine was downloadroms.io because it has a bunch of different games, Pokemon games, and then right here it has the emulators, which are what we need to run the game. So first we're going to get our emulators. As you see, you have all these different systems. You got the Atari, Nintendo Virtual Boy, the Capcom Play Play System 3. I'm just naming a bunch of these. You got the Xbox, Sega, GameCube, PSP, PlayStation 2, Game Boy, Nintendo, Game Boy Color, like all these things. But what we are looking for are the Game Boy and the DS and the Game Boy Color and the Game Boy. But for this tutorial, we will only need one of these. So I am going to be showing you the Game Boy Advance because that's we're doing a Fire Red series, so that's the one I'm most comfortable with. But what I'm about to do, it will work with all the Pokemon games Gen 1 through 5. So, yeah. So you got all these different emulators. You have the BAT GBA 2.2.5b, but a lot of people like to use Visual Boy Advance. I like to use Visual Boy Advance. As you see, you got Windows, Android, iPhone, PSP, Linux, uh, yeah, and we got Mac and the Wii. So I am on the Mac, so I'm going to download this Visual Boy Advance 2.0.2. I don't know I'm saying all these numbers, I just like listing the names. So we are going to download this. This will take some time, so we will be back. So it should look like this. I just made a copy of it because it was taking a long time, but it should appear on your desktop though. So you got your emulator right here. I always like to make a folder. As you see, if my Fire Red randomizer is here. So we are going to put this as I don't know how to spell. tutorial randomizer. So you can put the emulator in here, and look, if you try to open it up, um, you're just going to see this blank screen. And this is where the ROM goes. Uh, so let's get the ROM next. So the same place where we got it last time, we just have to click on ROMs. And as you see, there are a lot of ROMs here. Wow, I actually did not expect so many ROMs, but yeah. You search up Pokemon, and you click the Pokemon game of your choice. I don't know why I clicked it so many times. But yeah, so we got the Pokemon Fire Red ROM. So we have to save the game, and it'll start downloading. And this is quicker than the emulator, because the emulator is ready to run like all these games. As you saw, it's ready to run 2,000 games. But this is just the just game. So you want to go to your downloads. You want to open that up, and well, it's already popped in. Yeah, but usually what you want to do is you want to drag it out, just like I did, and put it into your folder. So you've got the emulator and you've got the ROM. As you saw, um, you'd only have to put on the ROM, but if you try to click on the ROM without the emulator, nothing will happen. So you got here. So there is a speed up. It's different for everybody. Adjust this as big as you want, as small as you want. You can like that. Um, and let's go back. We want the randomizer. Because, I mean, yeah, Pokemon's fun and all, but you've already got that on your DS. You've already got that on your Game Boy or whatever you play on. You already have the game. So, here, you just have to search Universal Pokemon Game Randomizer, and it'll be here. You go to downloads, and if you have Windows, click here. If you have another platform, you just click here. By the way, if you are a Mac user, it'll most likely ask you for your password for all this. Um, you know, like it has malware or something. But what you want to do is you want to uh, drag this down. So it has all the stuff that you need, like the randomizer. As you see right here, it's going to ask you, does it have malware? And if you click open, then it's going to ask you for a password. But we already have this, so we're just going to move that to the trash. Yeah, we have it right here. Yeah, I think if you're not a Mac user, then that won't happen to you. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to, open this up, open the jar, uh, or whatever it is for Windows. So you've got all this stuff. And this is the randomizer, how it's going to be randomized. So you want to open the ROM of your choice, whatever you have. And so this is a randomizer that we are playing on in our solo series. But you just want the, regular one. And as you see, it'll put a special Pokemon. So what you can do is general option limit Pokemon from uh, generation 1 through 3. But I like to have all the Pokemon, so we're not going to limit that. Um, well, no. And then you got all these stuff. And there's this thing called no game breaking moves. And what that essentially means is like Dragon Rage, Sonic Boom, stuff like that. That those won't be in the early game. Yeah. Spore, one hit KO moves, because if it's like early and it's like it sucks to learn to lose to Dragon Rage. And this is, for it being like speedrun for speedruns and stuff. Yeah, so you can randomize the stats. Like a Metapod could have the stats of a Mewtwo, and a Mewtwo could have the stats of a Metapod. Sorry, Aaron, by the way. Um, but yeah, you can do all that, but I don't like to do that. So random, I think, will just literally give them random stats. But no, wait, random will their base stat total, like Metapod, let's say it has high defense and low attack, which that's probably how it is. It could have high attack and low defense instead. And then shuffle uh is Mewtwo stats could basically what I said earlier. The Mewtwo could have the stats of a Metapod, and a Metapod could have the stats of a Mewtwo. So that's what shuffle does. Pokemon abilities, you can randomize them. I always love to do that. As you see, you can randomize them. You could allow Wonder Guard. I allow Wonder Guard because it's always cool. Follow evolutions, so that means if it evolves, it'll still have the same ability as it has. Like if your Weedle has no guard and it evolves, your Kakuna will have no guard if you click follow evolutions, but if not, it could have Torrent or something next one. Negative abilities like Truant, Slow Start, all this stuff, Trapping, Arena Trap, but, I like to leave that all in, and not, and I always love to see it always being randomized, the evolutions. Like, do I really want to evolve this guy? He might have Truant next time. But yeah. Pokemon types can be randomized, like a Charizard could be a water grass type instead of the fire flying, and like I said, follow evolutions, stuff like that. But I don't like to do that. I just like to randomize the Pokemon and the abilities and the items and all that stuff. Like, not the evolution, so a Metapod could evolve into a Lugia. And I always like to put change in possible evos, so stuff like a Machoke can evolve into a Machamp without having to trade, stuff like that. And I don't like to make evolutions easier. But if you do want to do that, you can. In Pokemon evolutions, you can randomize, as you see, same typing, all this stuff. Starter Pokemon, you could choose a starter like, I swear I did not do this. Where is that Raikou that we had in the race? But let's just say I wanted a Skarmory, or Blastoise, or a Loudred. I could make that as my starter, but no, we want them unchanged. Bulbasaur. Well, not unchanged, because we want them actually randomized. So we can do random completely, so you can get like legendaries as your starter, a Beedrill, fully evolved Pokemon that, those kind of Pokemon, and then you could do random with 2 basic evolutions, which would be like Weedle, like actual starters, like a Cyndaquil or Zubat, one's Crobat. You get the point, though. Yeah. I love to randomize starter held items and ban bad items. No, let's keep the bad stuff in. Move data. Like, I'm pretty sure this means, yeah. So you're randomizing the move power. So Twin Needle could have like 50 base power and stuff like that. But I don't like to do that. All this stuff, I don't like to do that. Um, Pokemon movesets, I like to keep them unchanged. So like a Charizard could have Explosion as its only move and stuff like that. But no, I like this. I like to keep that unchanged. Trainers Pokemon, of course, we want to randomize a Pokemon. You could have rival carriers that started throughout the game. So if your starter, like your opponent's starter, was a Ninjask, as you saw with ours, um, later it will keep that Ninjask with every single fight, with the champion fight and everything. Um, Pokemon with similar strength, you could do that. Wait, you can do type theme, but I like it completely. Don't use legendaries if you don't want to like face a Moltres as your first encounter. No really Wonder Guard. Like I said, I like Wonder Guard. Um, it's always funny to randomize the names and stuff. And then wild Pokemon, random. I love, as you see, I love just the classical random, not an extreme randomizer. Uh, don't use legendaries, catch rate, randomized held items. I love to do that. You could all do this if you want. Similar strength, catch 'em all mode, type theme areas, but I like to do random. Static Pokemon. So these are like the static Magikarp legendaries. Basically Pokemon that have their own little place. I like to do legendary to legendary and normal to normal. So like if you go to fight Moltres, you know you're gonna get something good, not like a Metapod. It could be a Lugia or something. So I always like to do that, or you could do random completely. So like the Snorlax encounter could be a Ho-Oh instead of just a Kokuna. But yeah, I like to do that. TM moves, I like to randomize that. Full HM compatibility, yes, because we don't want to get soft locked and have to search for a Pokemon who can learn Cut and stuff. So full HM compatibility. Field move TMs are like dig and stuff. But yeah, you could do all this TM HM compatibility. Since we already have HM compatibility on, we are going to do random completely. So to see like I got Ice Beam. Can my Kyogre learn it? Oh wait, it can't, but my Kakuna can. It would be so funny to get guillotine, however you want to say it, and teach it to your Metapod. But yeah, and then move tutor. I like to randomize a move tutor. Like Mega Punch could be Twin Needle or something like that. So it's kind of the same as the TMs, random completely. In-game trades. Randomize both requests and given Pokemon. Those are like, do you want to trade my Abra for this? Um, I don't know any in-game trades, but yeah, this Abra for this Machop. That could be randomized to a Lugia for a Metapod. As you see, I'm using these Pokemon a lot in my examples. But yeah, I like to do all this. I really do. But not for a Nuzlocke. I would not randomize the nicknames because I would want to give it a nickname. Field items randomized, so that means you could get like a Master Ball instead of a potion and stuff like that. And then you can do fastest text running shoes indoors to make this, faster. National deck size start. Lowercase randomized catching tutorials and ban lucky egg. If you don't, if you want to do that, then you got ban bad items. So you have to go up here, and we are going to randomize save. We're going to save this as tutorial. Like I said, I don't know how to spell it if that's right. I'm surprised. Okay, we are back. Sorry, it exposed some of my personal information. So, but yeah. After we're done, we just have to exit this out. And for some reason, it saved uh, to my FireRed randomizer. But we want to put this in our tutorial randomizer to keep it all in. I think if you don't have folders, it'll just pop up on the screen, and then you can put this in here, or maybe it'll just automatically go in here. But I like to keep all my stuff organized. So this tutorial, or this will put the name of what you called it, the system log. So if you want to, you can click this. As you see, it has all the stuff. So TM14 is Psycho Boost if you want to look, but I always like to look at. I don't like to look at this. I like the surprise. So you see the abilities, Bulbasaur. Um, it could have a red scarf, which is rare. Um, Rain Dish and Liquid Ooze, all this stuff, and then um, you can look at the removing trait evolution. So you can see how they evolve, but be careful not to look at all this. So you have all the stuff. Eevee can evolve like all these different impossible stuff with like time is possible. Random starters. This is a tutorial video. I read Caterpie, I get sad, and then I read Moltres, I get even sadder. A Moltres. Okay, you know what? Okay. Move data and change all this stuff, and you can see. Ferrets! Ferrets! Furt meme is back. Director, whoever, level 5 Ferret, yes. And you see Regirock, Stupid Carvana, and a Darlock. And then, all the stuff that it's gonna have in the future. Let's go down. And then trading. You see Abra for me and the Mr. Mime. Now is Eradicate for Vileplume. So all this stuff. Scissor for Kyber, that's pretty nice. Move tutors, as you see, they're right here. And the TMs. But does this actually work? Yes, it does. So you just need to click on the ROM. Let's full. Um, it might be a little laggy sometimes, but that's just with the music. Uh, and that's also because I'm recording, like the audio and me talking and the screen, which this is a lot for it to handle. So let's just speed through this. And you see a Tyranitar, that's what Professor Oak has, because that will be randomized. And, yeah. I don't know how to randomize this, so the potion will stay the same. So yes, you talk. We've heard this story so many times, Grandpa. Okay. Okay. So, you guys already saw. You got the Caterpie, the Electrode, and the Moltres. So let's just take Moltres, Let's just call this guy A. So you got the Electrode. Okay. So, I know you battle and stuff. Uh, I'm showing you how to battle. I'm not showing you how to battle, I'm just showing that this works. Why am I not using Ember? I'm like just really trying to speed up this process. Oh, Oh wait, I clicked the wrong button. That's why. But yeah, so you see wing attack and ember, that's what it has at level 1. Level up. Okay. And then we go up here. It's talking. So let's get an encounter. So you see there are wild Fearos and stuff. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Please tell me if this was helpful, if anything didn't work out for you. So I can try to change it later. Hello. Okay, bye. Bye.